Hey guys, today we're at Niemeyer's Trailer Sales in Albertville, Minnesota. We're going to be doing a walkthrough of the Arctic Fox 25Y, and we have Mitch here with us. He'll be doing the walkthrough and telling us all the specs on this trailer.
Yeah, so like Sarah said, this is a Arctic Fox 25Y. This camper is going to be right around 30 feet in total length from the bumper to the front of the hitch. And it's going to weigh unloaded about 7,500 pounds. So starting in the back here, we've got these nice flip-up steps. This camper is actually going to have two entries. So this one's going to be in the rear of the camper and kind of go into your living room, kitchen area. So these steps are just going to flip up and inside the door there, and then the door just closes right on them. So nice and easy, very sturdy when they're down. And then the legs are adjustable so that if you're on uneven ground, you can get them kind of squared up and how you like it. You do have a switch in the rear here for your power jacks. So this camper is going to have power jacks as an option. It's not going to be the auto level system. So this switch will operate the rear two jacks. So you'll just hold, extend, and retract, and they'll run down on their own. We got a nice big awning. There is an LED light strip on the awning tube, so when the awning is extended, you got that nice bright LED light. Coming around on the other side of the door here, this is going to be your fresh water tank fill. So you open up that door and there's just going to be a little screw cap that comes off, and you can fill your fresh water tank right there. You do have some power out here, some 110 volt power. So that's going to be right there. All Arctic Fox travel trailers are going to come standard with the Goodyear Endurance tires. So pretty much the best tire for RVs comes standard on these already. So different venting here, furnace venting, refrigerator venting. You do have a vent for your stove, for the fan above the stove. Moving forward here, you're going to have your Suburban two-way water heater. So this is going to be the 10-gallon model. This is going to operate off of 110 volt electricity or off of propane as well. Those are controlled on switches inside the camper, so there's really not much you have to do out here, aside from you can drain the water heater from out here. So here we've got our other entryway. So this, you can see, is going to go up into the bedroom, which is also close to the bathroom, so that's kind of nice. You can just pop in this door here and right into the bathroom. These steps are going to work the same way. So you just grab them, flip them up and in, and the legs are adjustable. They are just a little narrower than the ones in the rear. So, towards the front corner of the camper, you've got the switch for your front two stabilizer jacks. So these are going to work the same way as the ones in the rear. Just hold, extend, and retract, and the jacks will run up and down. The 25Y is going to have a nice big pass-through storage compartment in the front. So lots of room for storage and cargo. It does come with that laundry hamper you see in there. There is actually a sort of laundry chute in the camper. We'll show you that later. Also inside the compartment here, you're going to have your battery disconnect switch. So that's going to be really nice for whenever you're not using the camper. You can switch that to the off position so that your batteries aren't draining while you're not using the camper. Moving around to the front, you've got your nice extended reach power tongue jack. So this will operate off of the batteries, so you don't have to do any cranking. Two 30-pound propane tanks, so lots of propane on board. Different types of cap lights here. So these lights down here, those are just going to have a button on them. So you just push the button and turn those on and off. And then you've actually got these kind of more built-in cap lights as well. Those are operated off of a switch inside the camper. Okay, now on the driver's side of the camper, you are going to have a solar plug right here. So the camper is going to come standard with 45 watts of solar already on the roof. There is room for more solar on the roof, and then you also have this plug right here so that you can buy a portable solar panel that you just set out on the ground or wherever, and it'll just plug in right there and give you additional solar. This is going to be the other side of our big pass-through storage. So again, lots of good room in there. Kind of towards the middle of the camper here is going to be a lot of your water access. So right here, this hose connection is going to be your city water connection. So if you're camping somewhere where you have access to city water, you can hook a hose right up to there and use water that way. Right here is going to be your outside shower with hot and cold water. So that shower is just going to kind of pull out, and you'll have hot and cold water outside here. This camper does have a black tank flush system. So when you're emptying your black water tank, you can actually hook a fresh water hose up to here, and that will spray water into the black tank and help clean it out. We have some coax connections, so this camper is cable and satellite ready for the TV inside. Down low here, you're going to have another light, which is nice because down here is also going to be your sewer drain. So your black and your gray water tanks are both going to empty out of this one sewer drain here, and the valves are kind of nice and tucked up underneath the skirting of the camper out of the way. So here we're going to be in the slide out here. So nice tall storage compartment in the slide out here. You got some nice built-in shelves, some accent lighting to help you see if it's dark out. One nice thing about these shelves is they are removable, so you can take one or both of them out if you don't want them in there. But that's a nice big storage compartment. And then here as well, we're going to have two more external storage compartments. So this is going to be underneath your dinette inside, so you do have exterior access to that storage. So here on the rear driver's side corner of the camper, you're going to have your shore power cord. So this is a 30 amp camper, and the cord is going to be hardwired into the camper. So when you're done with it, it'll just store right in this compartment here. You just feed it back in. 30 amp cord, like I said, and then it is going to be about 25 feet long. Here on the rear of the camper, you do have a ladder to the roof. It is a full walk-on roof, so you can get up there and check seals, clean off your solar panels, different things like that. You do have storage in the bumper for a sewer hose. Northwood's travel trailers do come standard with a receiver hitch that's rated for up to 250 pounds. So that's a great option for a bike rack or storage platform, things like that. And then the camper is also going to come standard with the spare tire. This is another Goodyear Endurance tire, so it is a good spare tire. And then it comes with your nice little Arctic Fox tire cover there. And that's pretty much it for the outside. Okay, so here we are inside of the Arctic Fox 25Y. So as you come in the rear door here to the left, you're going to have your nice Thomas Paine theater seats. So these are going to be recliners. They are a manual recline, so you've just got a drawstring on your side there that you pull, and that'll recline the seat. And then when you are hooked up to 110 volt power, these chairs do have some extra features such as heat. They have a massage function, and then they do have some lights in there as well. And then they do have little TV trays that will go in these as well. So very nice theater seats, nice and comfortable. To the right, as you come in the camper, you're going to have several different things. So up top here, you're just going to have some different light switches. So this is going to be kind of your main living room light switch. Switch for your cap light, so those are going to be those built-in lights on the front of the camper that we showed you. And then the awning light, so again, when the awning is extended, there is an LED light strip in it, and you turn that on and off right there. Below those switches are going to be your main control panel for the camper. So here you've got some different monitors. You've got a battery monitor. You know, it'll show you roughly where your battery levels are at, although there is a more accurate way to check that, which I'll show you in a bit. And then you've got your water tank monitors as well. So fresh water, black and gray. You just press and hold those buttons, and then as you fill up the water tanks, more LED lights will illuminate there to show you roughly where your tanks are at. Down here you've got two switches for your water heater. So again, the water heater will operate off of propane gas or 110 volt electricity. So in either case, you're going to turn that on right here. So the gas, you just flip that switch on. Once the water heater does ignite on gas, this fault light is going to shut off, and that's what you want. That light is just a little indicator to let you know if it didn't light. If it tried to light and it didn't work, that light stays on. Otherwise, for electric, as long as you have shore power, just flip that on and it'll start heating. Here you've got the switch for your water pump. So if you're using water from the holding tank, you can turn the pump on right here. Porch light, that's going to be outside the camper, just another exterior light to help illuminate your camp area. And then entry light, this is going to be basically your first light as you come inside the camper. Here you've got the switch for your slide out. So you can operate that from right here. And then you also have the switch for the power awning. So you can extend and retract that from right here. Down to my right here, you've got your kitchen counter. There is a nice little garbage access right here, so it does come with a little garbage can. And then you've got a nice access to that. And that garbage can is stored just underneath the cabinet right there. Solid surface countertops in all of the Arctic Fox campers, real wood cabinet work. You see we've got the nice double basin sink there, lots of room for doing dishes and other things. Nice overhead storage as well. It does come standard with the microwave, so if you have 110 volt power, you can operate that. You got your 3-burner stove down here. So this is going to be a Furrion stove. These 3 knobs in the middle are going to be for your stove burners, so you just turn those to light, and then you can spark all 3 of them using this sparker right here. This last knob on the right is going to be for your oven, so you can actually light the oven as well using this sparker here. The oven does have a little pilot flame that you have to light, but you can do it using these here. And then you've got a little switch here, so you've got some accent lighting as well as an oven light. Down below the stove, you're going to have your distribution panel. So you're going to have all of your circuit breakers and fuses. So everything that's 110 volts, such as the air conditioner and the microwave, that's going to have a circuit breaker right here. And everything that's 12 volt is going to be on a fuse. So most of the fuses are right here. There is another smaller fuse block in the front of the camper, but this is where a vast majority of the fuses will be. So nice and easy to access. Nice storage over here as well. Nice and big underneath the sink. Your water pump, you're going to have nice easy access to that underneath the sink, so you don't have to remove any panels or anything like that for winterizing the camper. And then some nice drawers going down the side right there. This camper is going to have a Norcold 2-way refrigerator. So the fridge is going to run off of propane gas or 110 volt electricity, whichever you choose. You can actually set it to automatic so that as you switch between power sources, the fridge will automatically select whichever power source you have access to. On the left side of the camper here, the driver's side, you're going to have your TV as well as your stereo. So your entertainment center is going to be kind of over here. So the stereo is going to have AM, FM radio. It's got Bluetooth for your phone or other devices. It's actually a CD and DVD player if you bring those with you. On all that good stuff. You can control, it has 3 speaker zones, so basically the bedroom area, the living room area, and outside. You can control all 3 zones separately, which is very nice. Up above the stereo, you're going to have your solar charge controller. So, as I mentioned, the camper does come standard with 45 watts of solar on the roof. You can easily add more than that, and you can monitor it all right here. So basically, when you have the batteries in the camper, we don't have them in right now because this is an unprepped unit, but this will show you the exact battery voltage. So whereas the battery monitor inside the door gives you just a rough 1/3, 2/3 estimate of where your batteries are, this will give you an exact voltage, which is nice. So you can monitor where your batteries are at, as well as you can see your charging current in amps reflected there. You can see amp hours used, things like that. So that's all done right there. So that's a great little tool. Jensen TV, I believe it's a 32-inch TV. This does swing out, so you've got this latch underneath. You just pull down on that, and the TV will swing out, and then you've actually got some more things behind there. So it is a 12-volt TV, so it's just plugged into a kind of a cigarette lighter style outlet. So that's nice. So even if you're camping without shore power, you can still watch TV. Below that is going to be the switches for your water tank heaters. So all three holding tanks are heated, the fresh, the gray, and the black. They all have 12-volt heat blankets on them. The heat blankets do cover the entire bottom of the tank. It's not just, you know, a small little heat blanket. It does cover the entire tank. And those tanks are wrapped in fiberglass insulation as well, to help keep them nice and warm in colder weather. This switch right here, even though it's not labeled, this is kind of interesting. So it's a 30 amp camper, and you can see down below we have the fireplace here. We also have an air conditioner. So given that it's a 30 amp camper, there's actually not enough power to run the air conditioner and the fireplace at the same time. So what this switch does is it basically selects which of those you want to run. So if you want to run the air conditioner, you flip the switch one way. If you want to run the fireplace, you flip the switch the other way. So. And then on the other side of the TV, you're going to have your thermostat. So this will control your furnace and your air conditioner. So you can select, you know, hot or cold, and set the temperature there as well. The furnace is going to be ducted through the floor, and the AC is going to be ducted through the ceiling. So, as I kind of just mentioned, we do have the fireplace down here. So this is going to be an electric fireplace, so you do have to have 110 volt power to run it, but it does kick out quite a bit of heat. It's really nice for those mornings where, you know, it's maybe chilly outside, but not necessarily so cold that you need to run the furnace and use your propane. This actually does a really good job heating up the living room area. So that's a nice feature. Moving towards the front of the camper, you're going to have your bathroom. So on the driver's side of the camper is going to be your shower. So it is a fairly sizable shower as far as RVs go. And then next to that, you're going to have your sink and medicine cabinet. So you've got some nice storage up above in that medicine cabinet, as well as storage below the sink. And then on the passenger side, you're going to have your water closet. So you are going to have the toilet, as well as some extra storage and a exhaust fan up above. Light switches for all that on the wall here. You do have some nice wardrobe storage right here. There is a hanging rod in there, so you can put some larger items in there. Nice drawer as well. Access to the water heater bypass valve is actually going to be behind this drawer, so you just pull this drawer out and then the valve is going to be right in there. And then lastly, in the very front of the camper, you have your bed area. So this is an RV queen size bed. Nice storage on either side. You do have USB outlets as well as regular 110 volt outlets on both sides of the bed, which is very nice. One thing I mentioned outside, which I'll show you here, is we do have a sort of laundry chute. So the camper does come with that laundry basket that was in that pass-through storage compartment, so you can place that underneath the laundry chute there and get your dirty clothes out of the way. One other thing I wanted to show you, so you do have a fantastic fan above the bed. There's also one in the kitchen area, and the two that are in the bedroom in the kitchen area, they actually are going to be on a remote. So instead of reaching up and having to crank them open and select your speeds, it is just on a remote. So you just point it at the fan, hit the power button, and the fan will come on. What's nice about these remotes as well is you can actually select your fan speed. So right now it's at 100%. You can bump it down to whatever you'd like. And then you can actually select whether the air is getting blown in or out, which is very nice. And that's all done off of the remote. This is going to be on the driver's side of the camper, more towards the rear in your living room area. So this is going to be your slide out here. So in the slide out, You're going to have some nice pantry storage. These shelves are removable, so you can configure them differently depending on your needs. And then you've got some nice drawers underneath. You do have a dinette right here, the booth dinette. So this will make into extra sleeping if you need it. This is what Northwoods calls their dream dinette. So there's actually just a lever underneath the dinette. And you just flip that lever, and then you can just take this dinette and push it right down. You just pull your cushions out of the way, lay the dinette all the way down, and then arrange your cushions to make into a bed. So nice and easy, you don't have to worry about table legs or anything like that. Nice big windows in the dinette to help bring lots of natural light into the camper. And then back in the driver's side rear corner, you got some more storage, kind of an area to set things, you know, if you're sitting in your theater seats here. And then you do have a remote for the fantastic fan. So we'll show you in the bedroom too, but these fans are operated off a remote, so you just hit the power button and they'll kick on and start pulling air out.